I want to shift gears a little bit, and Phil, I want to come to your side of the conversation and talk about OpenSpace a little bit because you've got a really unique experience here as an account executive at OpenSpace and other companies before, and being in the construction industry on both sides, both as a builder and as a technologist. You've helped a lot of companies, a lot of construction firms adopt new technologies. So based on that experience, what insights can you share regarding best practices?
Sure.
Some of the things that your clients or folks you've worked with have used to make sure that their technology deployments were successful.
Sure. Yeah. So, and we'll definitely touch on some of the points I mentioned before, but I'm fourth generation construction. So half the stuff that I've been selling, if I was trying to sell it to my, grandfather, he'd probably be like, Phil, if it's not broke, don't fix it. I know how to put up a building. I don't need your technology. And I think that's back to the point of understand what your pain points are. Where are your daily burdens? Where are your processes having issues from start to finish, from pre-con to putting the building up to close out to hand over to the client. And with the various technologies, I mean, I started at Turner Construction where, I would have a 200 or 2,000 item list for my punch list, walking through with pen and paper, going through and checking off each single item that was complete, or even helping get some of the items complete myself. And so understanding just all these components of where we had simple pain points, and you look back and just, wow, if I had just thought about that same concept that Procore did, or man, and you see how well it's been rolled out for the past 10 years. And I think we still have a long ways to go. So what I love to do with my clients, whether it was triacs with wearable IoT for safety and risk mitigation, to now with OpenSpace, where what my experience has been is keep it as simple as possible. And I think also back to Mike's point, you want to have benefits of the technology through each stakeholder throughout the project, from the design team to the CM and GC to the owners to every concept that I think we forget about. Like sometimes we get in the silo where the technology is only helping the CM manage a certain part of the project. So that's what I've been, so blessed to be with OpenSpace, because it is helping all stakeholders for giving that remote visibility. It's essentially giving you the Google Street View of your job site, not only to help you manage the progress and monitor the progress of the job site, but then to be able to hand over to the client as an operations and facility management tool. So there's a complete handoff that I think is incredibly important. But again, discover what your pain points are with your current processes. Understand, is this an actual need? And I think this also touches on Rick's point of some people are buying tech just as, oh, that's really cool. I want to get that. Like that's the new shiny, bells and whistles out there. And then it literally gets to the project and it sits on the desk. And now you've just wasted $50,000 in time of everybody getting trained and onboarded. And I've seen this plenty of times. And I hate it. And I think Rick also mentioned, like, 1,000 cuts or death by 1,000 cuts for technology. And that's horrible to us because then it puts a negative taste in those CMs or owners or architects' mouth of, nope, I've already tried that tech. I already tried one tech, but no, this one's completely different. Nope, I've already wasted money. Like that. Sometimes you only get one shot. And so when you are talking to them, because sometimes I will be talking with clients and we might not necessarily be the right fit for them. So you need to also, from the sales perspective or business development with the tech firms, don't sell them it because it's cool and you get another sale, or make sure that it's actually useful for them. Because that I think helps like a lot of other vendors and tech vendors that are looking to expand.
That's a critical point. That is absolutely a critical point. And I like this concept of death by 1,000 cuts. I'm going to put it in a little bit different framing. Construction is a series of processes, and each of those processes has places where efficiencies could be improved. And as a result, you've got experts in that one process saying, hey, I know how to make an application for that efficiency loss, and I can fix that problem. And then subsequently, you have hundreds of really bright people with great ideas fixing one problem or two problems in one process's workflow. But there isn't just one workflow for a construction site. There are multiple workflows. And as a result, we end up with this massive decision tree of where should we invest in our processes? What technology should we invest? What's going to be best to implement and easiest to implement? So looking from your clients' perspectives over the past several years, have you noticed any particular traits that you'd consider best practices in their adoption of new tech?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that also leads from a lot of the points as well as once you've said, yep, we understand our problem, we know the various types of tech that we need to explore, find out the problem, find out which vendors are actually out there that can solve for this issue. Just as anybody, getting their house painted or, getting, their car fixed, you don't just take the first quote and say like, that's it. Get three, do a side-by-side comparison, take them through the ringer. Don't just lunge in like, yep, I'm sold on this. Then once you figure out which one you want to go with or do a trial with, find a team that's willing. If you just, as Rick also mentioned, this can't be top to bottom implementation. You have to find the team that's willing to get their hands dirty, willing to carve out. Everybody's spread thin and incredibly tired on the job site, working endless hours. You throw a tech on their platform that they have zero interest or willingness to even explore, you just, again, wasted your time and money.
It's just more work to them and they don't have time to do more work, right? So
exactly. And so you don't want to, and that's also a big picture as well. You want to make sure that you're not adding to the daily burdens. You want to start to relieve and create more time for these, field teams. So find the right team and then, continue dragging that vendor through the ringer, have continuous check-ins, continue looking at the ROI and seeing how it's actually truly helping your daily process.